And they should be audible now. Hi, stream. We did a sort of long recap to remind everybody what was going on, but basically, Mai has a whole bunch of tools at their disposal to hopefully at least start a bunch of damage against Alshander or whoever else is in this throne room. Um, Plans were kind of made, but also not really. And I assume Mai is probably going to try to do some investigations into this room. The door was closed, but there is a door right in front of you that does seem to have some sort of magical properties that will take you straight up to where the throne currently is. So as soon as you open that door, it acts sort of like a portal almost, from what you can tell. Um, Similar to the other doors that you saw with like the paintings inside of them. Pretty similar concept. But you haven't opened the door yet, and everybody's standing outside of it. Roll in just a little bit so you guys can't see too much of what's beyond that on stream. So yeah, hi everybody. Where you guys going?
Stream.
What you doing? What's the plan?
Trying to fix my microphone. Just a second.
Thank you for the drink. Thank you, thank you.
Could everybody hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
being covered in blood and boxes.
Blood.
Blood.
That's not funny.
Yeah.
So rude. How frickin'. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Frick.
Rude. Alright, so. What you guys doing? Where are we going? What are the plans? You guys have a door in front of you?
Through the door.
Is everybody just going through the door? I don't like your name this week. Now, why would that be? So okay. Who's opening the door? Mai, are you heading through first? Is that the plan?
I don't know if that's a safe thing to do.
I'll do it.
I'm just gonna add a little bit to this, just so you guys can kind of see connects.
What's my health pool at?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Look.
not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Would there have been time? I don't even know if I have this. I don't think I have Song of Rest. I don't think that's a thing that I have.
I'm gonna place you all sort of right outside of where this doorway would be. Magical doorway. Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I got a freaking open tail. Jesus Christ.
Plus Sid. When you open the doors, what you see is this hallway. And a bunch of rocks. It looks like some of the walls to the side are collapsed. You can see the insets of doors that used to be there, but most of them are kind of broked. They're kind of borked. They're a little bit bracked.
And these raised platforms are pillars?
No,
Or
they're
just
just
raised platforms?
they're lights. So at the bottom of them, there's that gray light, and it's lit from the ground rather than lit. You know how they had ceiling lights in this entire complex, there is no ceiling lights in this. It's purely lit via the ground. So it's kind of black, like dark up above. It all seems very like low light, like emergency lighting has turned on basically in this area.
Uh-oh. The white zone is for loading and unloading passengers only.
Yeah.
I would like off this ride.
There,
please.
there's yellow high vis like paint on the ground, directing people to the main door. But yeah, as soon as you open that, there doesn't seem to be anybody else in here. It's just a hallway. Hallway, you can see the remains of a doorway to the right, and you can see a doorway a little bit farther on the left, and then this massive door dead center ahead.
Oh,
What would you guys like to do? What are the plans?
I would like to live.
Yeah.
I mean, you can walk away right now. I'm sure it'll be totally fine and nothing cataclysmic will ever happen.
Doubt.
I mean, it's just a very powerful archmage that has access to the blood of an immortal and a bunch of this weird black blood stuff that you guys have fought before, and also seems to be a part of that cult that you guys were fighting previously. The ones that shot out a bunch of beams and did a bunch of damage.
Yeah, it's fine.
And we're going around manipulating certain things to happen. You're welcome to do whatever you want. No requirements. Oh, right, I forgot to put Kaldecrit here. Isn't he in dragon form? No, he's not. He's just outside the doorway like this.
Just a giant dragon.
Guys, I can't fit.
A big head and little arms.
What you doing? Who's doing what? What are the plans? Talk amongst yourselves if you want.
My, what are you what are you planning to do with all that stuff?
Try to blow him up.
Yeah. Do you want to go first,
Sure.
or do you want someone else to go first?
See, there's a conundrum. If somebody else goes first, and he can react to me trying to cast a spell, that could be bad. But if I go in first and there's a trap, that could also be bad.
Now I'm just picturing Mai going through the door and then her setting off a trap and then she instantly combusts with all the stuff that we just gave her.
At least she's immune to fire.
Is immune to the bulk of the damage that would be being
Yeah.
dealt.
Like, that's a plus.
Mhm.
But like the force damage and the blast radius of a nuclear bomb.
I don't know if it's gonna go that
Well-
far.
I was gonna say this particular nuclear bomb probably only has a blast radius of like 15 feet at most.
That you will be at the center of.
Yes.
I mean, they know we're coming,
Mhm.
so it's not like we can be sneaky.
The best we could do is create a distraction for you going in there. So that way you can sneak around and go around the outside.
Well, I feel like I'm going to be trying to use the time stop spell immediately upon entering. to get underneath him, drop everything, go back, and then launch fireball.
What's everybody else gonna try to do?
Oh,
Is mine going like way in front of everybody just to get to like the front, then use time stop? Get across whatever the throne room is. Everybody entering at the same time, but then my like disappears because my immediately teleports right to the guy because my time stops.
Well, I get a minimum of 2 full turns, so
Correct. Believe does the Wand of Spell Capture cast as the user who cast the spell originally, or does it just use the base stats of the spell?
Doesn't it just use whatever this? Yeah, the spell, just the spell.
Yeah, I'm seeing if Primortis's
Maybe-
stats. Yeah. It does not.
maybe
Okay.
if Primortis puts like an 8th level spell in there, but you're not an 8th level spell caster, you could still cast it.
Yeah,
like
so
you're an 8th level spell caster.
the thing I was worried about in the wand, the thing I just checked, was if modifiers of the original caster are used,
Mm.
or if it's just cast as like the spell. And their DC saves are, but none of their modifiers to the spell are. So it's casting it as if you are Primortis's skill level, but without any Primortis's special effects. So if you cast a damage spell, for example, that is elemental based, Primortis technically does more damage for those. That would not count. But Primortis's DC saving throw, for like a saving throw based thing, is pretty high, and it does use that. But Time Stop doesn't
Okay.
have one of those. So I was just checking to see if any of his like class skills basically affected it. The answer is no. The answer is only his DC matters. So, which might have been important because he does get bonuses for casting spells that have dice rolls, which would have really mattered for this one. Yeah, so it'll give you 1d4 plus 1. Regardless. But it's up to you guys how you want to do this encounter. Ignore me deciding where they're moving to while you're deciding what you want to do.
What? You're
Uh,
lying.
What?
You want us to go first, or do you want to go first?
guess I could always do a stealth roll if you guys charge in first.
Let's go!
Do you mean literally charge, or figuratively charge?
I was literally charging.
Aram, I've got HP for this. She dies almost
Let's
instantly.
go!
Let me see. Calicrit is also maxed HP. So he will offer to also be like at the front, basically.
That
It'll
would
be
probably
like-
help a lot.
Yeah, whoever wants to go first, I'll be right behind them so that I can block any of your healers. I'll let you guys decide when to open the doors, though.
I'll stay towards
We open
the
the
back.
doors.
Okay, so who's going first? First off, there's this hallway. There is the two doorways that seem to be all destroyed and ruined. There are a bunch of other rocks in here. Just imagine that this entire hallway is a little bit collapsed-y feeling. Who steps onto the platform first? Who steps into the doorway? This
Oh,
first
let's go.
doorway.
Fly through the doorway.
Sure. So you don't feel anything if you go through, but
Oh,
is anybody walking through?
Oh, I guess that'd be me and Sid would be
Okay.
next.
oh.
Or Caldecrit, I guess. I don't know. Would he walk or fly through?
Caldecrit walks. Yeah, so as you enter, immediately there's a rumbling that they're like you could hear the movement through the doorway of this massive basically cylinder rising up in the center. But now, as soon as you step into this hallway, you can feel the movement. You can tell that this facility, this piece of it, is still moving upwards. There's this as it goes up. Aram stepping forward first, or flying forward first. You didn't really feel any of this. But as soon as somebody on land steps forward, they immediately go from solid ground with a rumbling coming from in front of you to now you're in the rumbling, as it seems to have teleported you straight to the top of this area. So you're just feeling the full height of it just beginning to or continuing to rise. It also seems to be slightly rotating, which felt a little weird when you first stepped onto the there's movement that you weren't expecting. Going from a non-moving thing to a thing that is moving up and slightly rotating clockwise or counterclockwise. But everyone is able to enter into this hallway. Where are y'all going? Guys just walking straight through?
Yeah.
Tell me where you're getting to. Caldecrit will follow with the second/middle.
I don't know how far you're gonna let me get until I.
I just want to know generally where everybody is in the line. Okay. Yeah, so about there. You can stop. As you get to about there, you see the massive door ahead of you. As it opens, the door begins to
Oh.
open. As a crack in the door opens, sorry, any immediate reactions you guys want to do? You can't see past it yet. You can see the crack beginning to open. You can vaguely see the doors opening. Is there any immediate reactions you guys want to try to do before whatever the hell is on the other side of this door sees you or activates or does anything? My go stealth,
I do have Song of Rest. Mother frick.
Song of Rest would have required you guys to take a short rest. And you guys were kind of in a hurry to get to here. If you guys would like to have taken a short rest, I am perfectly fine with that. Do you guys want to have taken a short rest?
No.
No.
Okay,
Wait.
just making sure. For no particular reason. Yes. I'm waiting. Rigel?
How does Mai's thing work? Where you can bonk someone on the head?
Oh,
10 minutes. 10 minute short
Oh,
rest.
okay.
yeah.
That's too long.
I like how I knew exactly what it was, just the bonk on the head.
Yeah. That's all I know it is. So you bonk on the head, take a quick nap, and then you're good.
Yep, cat nap.
Yeah.
Okay, so Maya has stealth. Rigel has cast Inspell once again on their weapon. Aram, you're at the front. Did you make any immediate reactions to the door beginning to open? You just like
No.
prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get real angry.
I do the
All
same.
right. Yeah. As the door opens, Kale the Crit will, out of fire, spawn his claw again, his sort of sword thing.
Oh. Wait
Hmm?
a minute. Because we're not in combat. I can do 2 things. I'd like to yeet my sword out.
Oh yeah. Yes, this is a reaction as the doors are opening. So over the course of the door getting from not open to completely open, yes, you can have your sword floating and have your lightning going at the same time. Okay, so the door opens. Unfortunately, the entity on the other side knows that you are there and will immediately let loose 3 beams. As well as
Oh.
I need to add
no.
these people to combat. So let me add these real quick here. Add Star Spawn Larva Mage.
You're right. I'm mad.
I think
I'm dead,
it's
friendos.
It's been nice knowing y'all.
I've only known you guys for like a month, but it was nice.
It's felt longer.
I don't know if that works. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. As well as I will re-add our boy back into the combat as well. Man. My brain is broken on typing this command now for some reason. Name, Shalander? Hopefully that worked. Hey, it worked! Oh god, I forgot to shuffle anyways, so hang on. I shuffle, because you guys have new initiative orders as this goes. Hey, yo, Aram's gonna be at the top again anyway. Let's go. But because unfortunately for you, he was ready. This is technically an ambush. As 3 beams go out from the dude that I'm definitely gonna spawn right now as soon as I can find where he is. I think he's labeled in W for white. W for white is fuck, brother.
I'm just kidding.
Probe.
If I get turned to stone, I'll be able to hold the door open for you guys.
That is true.
I'm just gonna get insta-dust.
Because it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna put this dude on the throne. This will be Alshander for now. Alshander. And then let me mark them. Rename.
Can't see them for.
Alshander. Rename.
You want my glasses?
And that's the farthest from you guys is going to be white robed 2. The one that's right next to you guys is going to be white robed 1. And then, because Aram,
that
you
white
are
guy.
technically right in front, I need you to make
How many death saving throws?
no death saving throws. I need you to
Instantly.
make.
How many?
I need to roll 3d10s, I think. Hang on. Yes, I need to roll 3d10s to know what beams, because they are still random. They don't choose what beams they shoot at you. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw first. A Dexterity saving throw next. However, hang on. Because you are now considered paralyzed, I don't think you can make dex saving throws. Let me double check how paralyzed works real quick. You automatically fail dex saving throws. Perfect. So you get hit by a disintegration ray. And then the third one is immediately failed as well, which is a slow ray. So you take roll
My guys.
1d8 damage. Nice.
Ooh.
HP Aram minus 55.
Ow.
And Aram, you are paralyzed for 1 minute. Yeah, you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, though. So when it's your turn, which will be immediately, at the end of your turn, you can make a saving throw. You are also slowed. So you can not take any reactions. You can take either an action or a bonus action. Not both. And you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So you can make a Dex saving throw and a Con saving throw again at the end of your turn. But yeah, that's the ambush round. And now we begin the initiative. Let's go. Hey, Aram. You're paralyzed, so you can't do anything. Hey, Aram, you're slowed, so you still can't do anything. Could you please make a Constitution saving throw again? Do the Constitution saving throw and then a Dexterity saving throw. Do the Con one first, because if you save that one, that is not enough. So you immediately fail the second one because you can't make Dex saving throws while you are currently paralyzed. Okay, cool. Next. It's Sid's turn. The door opened, and a man in white just beamed Aram with 3 beams.
Ow.
Also,
We
hey guys,
charging at 'em.
welcome to combat. You have to fight
Wow.
2 white-robed.
Eh, that didn't go well the first time.
Against one.
Against one of them.
Let me rephrase that: 2 white-robed and Alshander, who has had time to drink potions. He hasn't had
No,
time
we
to
do
restore
have
his other stuff, but
We do have a big dragon on our side, though, so I guess that might help.
yes. Much like the first time you guys fought a white-robed thing, you do have a massive dragon, except this one's stronger than Syndrantian was at the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the size of the dragon that matters. It's how you use them.
Hell yeah, you rush
Wait, no,
forward.
that doesn't matter. Yeah. We're rushing at them.
You can make your own
He can-
reaction, should you wish, and then Sid will also attack.
Whoop.
What attack you want him to do?
I can bite them.
Bite. So I recommend when targeting, do robed 1 as the attack. Robed 1 being 1 word, I believe. Yes, that works. Oh, I gotta roll the d20 to see if it's a crit.
Be a crit. Do it, Sid.
It is
No,
not a crit.
Aw.
Yeah, so when you guys are hitting them, you you can actually go ED1 and ED2 if you want, depending on which one you're attacking, because you only need 3 letters technically. I should probably just label them as that. That actually makes a lot of sense. But in game, you guys see what the easiest way to target them is.
You did Lance
Yup.
no space.
Yep. I was like, what? Oh. It works.
It does. They take full
But
lightning
resistant.
damage. They take full arcane damage.
So it's just
It
minus
bumped.
1 from the total damage.
Is it?
It looks like that's what it was when Sid bit the robed individual.
Well, Sid uses piercing damage. Piercing damage is halved.
Okay.
Arcane Fire and Lightning is not, and this weapon has no base attack. So I think you just do full damage. Let me double check Star Mage here real quick. My version of it. I'm using their statistics, so some of the stuff is a little bit different. Magical, cold, bludgeon. Yeah, cold is the only thing they're super resistant to, and then necrotic and radiant obviously are differing sometimes. So yeah, no, they just take full damage. So I HP.
Wait, do they resist magical piercing damage?
They do not. Is
Hey, his
This is
attacks count as magical for
Okay.
resistances.
I gotta change that on his character sheet. That's my bad.
It's on
Right,
here
so he
somewhere.
actually takes 18 20 damage then. I'll just subtract 20 for now. From ED1.
Heck
As
yeah.
both y'all land your attacks and do some damage, and I quickly go over to Sid's character sheet so that I can change it to
Can he fall down? Can he be knocked prone?
he could not be, as he is technically levitating.
You butt. Tell
like-
him that. You're a butt.
How dare you! You hear from underneath the robe. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I represent that Wait, what?
Represent the butt!
I'll have you know I'm a bundle of eyeballs. I can't be a butt.
A butt full of eyeballs.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
A bunch of bullshit. Wait, what?
Yeah, where does that come from? Butts. Yeah, you hear that?
Hopefully this updates the correct character. Okay, it might take a minute. It's they're magical slashing and magical piercing now, but it might take a minute for it to actually update. Okay.
Well, that's fine. His turn is done, so.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, it's time for White Robed 2. You are able to see, he'll actually be flying. He's gonna zoom me on over to here. He can only move 30 feet while flying currently.
Did you hear that, guys? Currently.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll get less.
I think you're too hopeful there, Rigel.
You never know.
$150 feet. $95 degrees.
But luckily through a doorway. Right.
Oh, and then it
Doesn't matter that
disappeared.
I'm
Son of a
through the
bitch.
doorway.
It didn't save, you bastard. You bastard. It is not an attack, so you don't really have to worry about that.
I worry about everything.
And lock it now. There we go. Remember to sort of log it to his position whenever possible and rotate it as needed. So as it flies up and sort of reaches out over towards that direction, you see as a cone of light, sort of blue light, shoots out and has begun to emanate from his hand as he uses a cone of anti-magic. In doing so, Rigel, you notice that 1, your armor turns off. 2, the flames from your weapon turns off. 3, your spell disappears. Yeet falls to the ground. Any enchanted equipment doesn't count as enchanted currently while this is going on, so technically your AC is a little bit less. I'll try to remember that. And it seems that everything he points at is an issue. Now, here's the question. Were you at maximum HP before this hit you?
I was not.
No. But you did have 2 hit points over what is now technically your maximum because you lost the enchantment. So I am going to remove 2 HP from you for this. He does not do anything else as it takes him an action to turn on the anti-magic cone. But anybody who walks into that and is visible by that cone, magic does not work inside of that cone. Best of luck.
Anyone, or
That-
anyone he wants, anyone.
It seems like anybody. Why? Do you have a thing you need to tell me?
No, I'm just curious.
Kaliana, it's your turn. There's this weird, like, sparkly blue something that's coming through the doorway a little bit. Luckily, it doesn't actually hit any of y'all's yet.
Is it? Is it?
What it-
Is it? No, I'm kidding.
Can I eat it?
Can I eat it? No. I'm just
You
gonna
can
get-
certainly try.
Can I touch Aram from here? Or is it
Let's see. Base to base. I'd say yeah.
okay? Well, I'm gonna cast Cure.
That's within 5 feet, I'd say. Alright, yeah, you can cast Cure Wounds. Technically, the beam can't quite see you. It doesn't do the fireball thing where it goes around corners. Technically speaking, there's like a sliver from like that actually is lit up by the cone. So nobody else is actually in there.
And then +9 to whoever else is around here, I guess.
Hell yeah. Pull up that list so I can see it. IHP Aram 9. IHP my gets not quite 9, gets 8.
8. Yeah.
And then your boy Caldecrit's perfectly fine. I think everybody else is perfectly fine. Okay. Oh, wait, and then
I need
Kaliana gets you. Yeah. There we go.
Wasn't Rigel get some?
Nope. He's currently at
Oh.
max.
Yeah, he's
Much
currently at
like-
his max HP, technically.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, so long as his armor doesn't work, his max HP is currently 80.
Okay.
As soon as he steps out of the cone, though, his max HP goes back to being 90. Oh, yeah, anything else?
I can't remember. Can I? Is a bite in action or is that a bonus action?
It
I
is a
can't
bonus
remember.
action. You can do a bite as a part of your bonus action. However,
He's so far away. Yeah.
yeah, he's too far. He's too far. Can't quite bite him.
Yeah. I probably won't. Yeah. Probably won't eat Aram. Probably.
Just eat Aram. It's fine. Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Understood. Then it is now ya boys part 2. Okay. What's he gonna do? Just triple beam again. These attacks don't count as magical, right? Yes, they count as psionic for the sake of the attack. Perfect. So you can do it while being coned. Hey, Rigel, guess what? I'm gonna roll some beams here, and a couple of them might hit you.
Mm,
Ooh.
You.
bing, boom, boom.
Oh, that would be funny, actually. Okay, hear me out. The first beam
Mhm.
is gonna hit Sid.
Like it's going to, or you want it to?
I'm aiming it at Sid. It's not an attack roll,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
not sure if your ability works.
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me look real quick.
It's a saving throw, not an attack roll.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it just says an attack. So yep.
Okay. So yeah, the first beam is gonna try to hit Sid. Sid's gonna roll a save. Save Wisdom
Not that smart.
and
Oh,
makes
yes.
his save. Nice. Then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Rigel. You don't get the benefit of your armor, so you don't have you don't get advantage.
Ah,
No.
Nice. You are also paralyzed.
Oh.
And then the final beam is 8, which he will. I mean, it just makes sense. It just makes sense. He's gonna try to hit Rigel with it. It's a dexterity saving throw, and you're currently paralyzed, which unfortunately means you automatically fail. So, this creature begins to turn to stone and is restrained as you are hit by a petrification
again?
ray. It must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. On a success, the effect ends. On a failure, the creature is petrified until freed by greater restoration spell or other magic. So you failed your first save because obviously you're paralyzed. So you can't make that first deck save. And you might not be able to make the next one either. That's the end of his turn. Actually, move away. It'll get an attack. Start him flying. He's not flying yet, but Sid does get a reaction attack. 81
You
ADV.
can bite him. Get him, Sid.
Nice, lands the hit. It is now magical piercing. Love to see that.
Hey.
Alright, that's the end of that robed man's turn. Hey, Rigel. So it goes to the end of your turn. Technically speaking, you're still paralyzed. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna check to see if you unparalyze first. So I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. So save con. You don't make it, which means you don't make the petrification either. As now it does say on next save, right? Hang on. Unrestrained is revealed at the end of its next turn. On success, the effect ends. On failure. Unfortunately, that is your next turn. So yeah, you all see as Rigel got hit by 2 beams. And on top of Sid has begun to turn to a stone statue. He can no longer move and is petrified.
Wait,
Hey Mai, it's your turn.
I have a question. So
What's
you
up?
said like all magic items and stuff stopped working.
Mhm.
Does that include my bag of holding?
Let me double check that.
Oh.
While in the beam, the bag of holdings portal does not work.
But it
What does
still
that
holds all the
mean?
stuff.
Yeah, so the bag of holding, what it's actually doing is the top of it is like a portal to another dimension. So basically, just that portal is turned off. Once you're out of
It's
that,
just a
the
bag.
portal turns back on. So right now, yes, it's just a bag. You have no access to that alternative dimension. So it doesn't like shoot everything out of that dimension. It just turns off the portal portion of it.
But no one can grab my stuff.
Correct. Technically, nobody can reach into your bag anymore. At least not into the bag of holding, which I assume is where you put all your shit.
Yep.
Yeah, Mai, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Uh,
There are two enemies basically setting you guys into a funnel of death because they can just keep releasing a bunch of things at you guys. And they definitely knew you were all coming. The fatal funnel, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah, exactly. Except the one holding the cone may or may not be able to actually use beams while holding the cone up. Because balance rules. I think while he has the cone up, he only has one attack available to him. Yeah, his telekinetic slam is the only attack he has if he's actively using the cone. I think the last guys you fought that had the cone, they only used it on you for like a second or two, didn't they? The last white robed individuals.
I don't think they used it at all.
It mostly just beamed you.
Yep.
Having 3 beams every turn is very strong. What you got, Mai? What you want to do? I guess I should
Wait,
explain this room a
Could
little
he have
bit too.
could he
Nancy.
have even launched the beams inside the cone if it affects everyone potentially?
Yes. They are psionic attacks for the sake of his thing, not they're not magical, quote unquote. They're considered psionics. Anti-magic cone doesn't affect the psionic ability, if that makes sense.
Hey, Kaliana.
That is the correct answer I was looking for, and probably what's going to end up happening eventually if Kalyan is the last one not petrified and or paralyzed.
Yeah, I know this does not put me at disadvantage, so. Whoops. Wrong thing to.
Yeah, their
Don't get that
anti-magic
piece of
cone
it.
does not affect psionic abilities. And it would affect their own abilities, so of course they don't do that. Ooh, what you doing? Ah, crossbow. A thunk. He does get hit by the light crossbow. You hit 1. Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Okie dokie.
Because Mai has a feeling that since she saw basically everything of Rydell magically turn off, using the spell of Time Stop, and she walks out into the anti-magic area, can probably turn it off.
Walk here. This spell slots. Artificer, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Ranger, huh? He has to use his ability. So, Calicrit's going to use his ability called Hoard of Knowledge to alter his spellbook so that he has access to Greater Restoration. He will tap Rigel on the shoulder. Rigel immediately unpetrifies.
Yay.
Calicrit loses a 5th level spell here, but importantly, this goes off, he does have to roll against. The anti-magic cone is being a pain in my ass. Or, sorry, a pain in Calicrit's ass.
Could be both.
Yeah, because he can use his ability, but when he casts the thing, obviously it's
Consequences of my own actions.
yeah, obviously it's magic. So he can't just cast it like in front of the cone. He has to use.
What if he hides behind Sidonai's shadow?
Yeah, he's just sitting behind the shadow and he just like taps you guys.
Yeah, I'm just like, "Eek."
No, unfortunately, humanoids don't alter it. However, he can use his item to do this. That's unfortunate. He's definitely going to make you pay back for that. You see as one of the rings on his finger breaks as he casts it. And there we go. He's gonna make you pay for that for sure. But Rigel, yeah, you are no longer petrified. Calicrit cast
Am I
a spell.
paralyzed?
He moved. Technically, you're no longer paralyzed because the petrification would have turned you into a stone, which no longer can be paralyzed. So you're
Hooray.
no longer paralyzed or petrified, just due to the mechanics of becoming a stone. He's moved 30 feet. Move just a couple more. And then he's going to say, fuck this. He's just gonna go into his full massive big boy form. As you all see, Calicrit goes by, casts something somehow as a ring. You can audibly, everybody can hear it shatter when the ring like pops. The stone bits of Rigel immediately begin to fade. You vaguely hear Calicrit mumble something angrily, and then step to the side, and then this massive wing just unfurls like past the door for a second, as he will take his dragon form, and that's all he can do because he has used an action, bonus action, and movement. Alshander cannot technically do anything right now, so we'll skip him. And Aram, it's back to the top of the round! And unfortunately, you're currently paralyzed still, so I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. Or sorry, constitution saving throw. My bad.
I believe in you.
Constitution
do
saving
it.
throw. That's not enough! I also got to keep track of that. That's 2 turns out of 10. Save this so I don't forget. Obviously, it's not being kept track of because I can't just use Paralyzing Ray properly because of how the character works. Which unfortunately also means you technically failed the Slowing Ray, but the Slowing Ray lasts for the same amount of time. So if you don't save from the other one, you'll just fail the other one. Like I said, I don't know how this is gonna go. Hey, Sid's turn.
Hmm.
Sid's perfectly fine, and technically Rigel's perfectly fine now too. Hang on 1 second. Caliana's back.
Yeah, I am back.
Fine.
Hi.
Welcome back.
What's he doing, Rigel?
Oh, okay. We're just gonna go through because this is a waste of time.
Do it.
So he'll use his move and his whoops.
That was 74.
Oh, thank
Mhm.
you. Oh my god, that was 20.
That was 94.
And that's it.
You got it. You run through. I believe ED1 is close enough that he could have swung at you, but I don't think he wants to right now. I think he wants to stay in the Fatal Funnel, because Alshander should be able to handle freaking Rigel. It'll be easy enough for him, surely. White Robe 2's turn! Definitely gonna move over here so that you can cone people better. And then he's going to continue, in the cone. Oh, God. Centerpiece? There we go. There we go. The anti-magic cone now does reach through that doorway. And that's all he can do. Concentrating on that anti-magic cone. Hey, Kaliana, it's your turn.
Double my. Wait, I can't. I'd like to just get out of the cone.
Nope,
No? But
you're not
can't
fast
I?
enough.
Well, I
Dude,
can do
she
like
can
a face step, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you use your movement and
Which I can
action, that
do.
gives you 60.
Yeah, that'll give me like here.
And then you can teleport, which is a psionic ability, for 15 feet.
Nice.
Everybody just sees the Kaliana's like, damn it! Like, teleports and is out of the cone. Just imagining the guy above being like, the fuck is that? Somebody just comes running out.
I just want to be out of the cone.
Alright. That is move, action, bonus action. So that's your entire turn right there.
Yeah.
Except now, well, okay. Giant dragon does look like a pretty nice target to hit. So he's gonna use all 3 of his beams on Kielda crit, probably. We'll see what the beams actually are first. Guarantee nothing. Okay, so the first beam is... Oh, if this first beam goes off, hell yeah, brother. I mean, Calicrit has resistances, but we'll see. Calicrit will roll a save for Wisdom. 6 plus... Calicrit's not saved, god damn it. Where you at, bud?
97.
Definitely not that much.
17.
It is 7, but that is not enough, I don't
Oh.
think. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That is not enough. So he's going to use a legendary resistance. Oh, I should just add this to the previous End message. Hang on. Go back up here. Go to here. Here. There. Okay. Got 1 out of 3 used legendary resistances. Then he gets hit by number 5. Which is purely a damaging ray. Oh, but it's con. Yeah, good luck with that, bud. 7 plus 13. Yeah, no, he makes that save. And then 3 is another wisdom save. Ugh, god damn it.
Oh,
Alright. Wait, does he care about this one? Because he knows what these are based off of. He doesn't care about that one. So, he takes that one as, Galdacrit is now feared. He cannot physically step forward towards that individual, as well as if he tries to make any attacks against that individual, he is at disadvantage. Sorry. He has a disadvantage of ability checks and attack rolls while the source of the fear is within sight. As well as can't willingly move closer to the source of fear. Which is fine, because Calicrit has Dragon Breath, so that's a saving throw for them, and it doesn't matter. That is the end of his turn, as he shot 3 beams and goes, damn it! Closes his eyes, does that make it better? I mean, technically. It's your turn, Rigel.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, so a bunch of pipes, filled with that mix of sort of black, bloody liquid and the like multifaceted prismatic liquid are being pumped into these large cells on either side. Looks like a big old like the balls of a ball. I mean, the things that are connected. A bunch of tubes are then connected into Alshander, who is on top of the throne right now. The throne has sort of this like magical pulse to it. But the important part is that he's plugged in pretty heavily to a bunch of pipes and cables. That's what you're looking at. What you want to do about it?
I want to see how far he is first.
That's about 90 feet. Mm-hmm.
I want to try to the wish ring.
Okay. What are we doing? You pull it out the wish ring, huh?
Turn all the liquid into the in the pipes, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
to water.
Super hydration.
Okay. Okay. Could you? Who would answer that call? I'm going through a list of gods and entities now. You want to turn the Prismite blood, Primordus blood, and the sort of blackish eldritch blood into water, right?
into water.
Hey, it's like Jeebus but backwards. I
was
turn your
just
wine
gonna
back into
say that.
water.
I was gonna say reverse Jesus.
Okay. Okay. The gemstone on the ring breaks. It shatters, vanishes, now leaving the three open sets where there once were sort of diamond-like enchanted jewels. There is now none remaining.
See?
As through the pipes to your left and right, you begin to see clear, perfect water appearing, as if the darkness and rainbow colors are being infected
Cry.
by normal water. It's all converting. It's all beginning to change. The pipes around the throne begin to purge of the original material as pure water begins to flow. Your wish is granted.
Yay. Let's see what that does.
Do we get to know which deity granted the wish?
Nope.
Nothing seems to have answered personally, but something did
Dang it.
grant that wish.
Whoop.
As your ring of wish no longer has any charges remaining. That's a hell of a move. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
drink up, I guess. If he's heavily stuck into that thing, it's gonna take him a bit. Oh, I should have turned it into wine.
Okay.
Gotten him super drunk.
Yeah.
Wine drunk.
Dies
Wow.
of alcohol poisoning.
Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, yeah. So you turn all of the liquid that was being collected and used and pumped into him into pure clean water. What happened to the original materials? Who knows? If it was just completely changed into whatever this water is or whatever, who knows? But with 100% certainty, it is now crystal clear water. So now it looks exactly like it looks on the field almost. Just this nice, pure, clean water. As that's the end of your turn, did you say that out loud when you wished for it? Or did you think it as you were using the ring?
No, just think it, because
Okay.
I know he's a wizard. He can do wizard shit.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, you just fucking yell it, like, turn it into normal water! And it just turns to normal water. Okay. Yeah. It seems to be normal water now. That's the end of your turn as you have a wish granted.
Eh.
Hey, Mai, it's your turn. You were able to see sort of through the hallway what used to be sort of like this multi-flickering light and like the darkness sort of swirling with it. Now just seems to be pure clean water. All the efforts he went towards to get all that material.
Or nothing.
Mhm. Action, move, dash.
Yep.
You got it. All right, Mai
Bye
also
bye.
surges through, and once again, as you run underneath the other robed guy, he sort of like is holding his hand out and looks down and goes, "What the fuck? Why are they all so fast?" I thought I was
And
far
Aaron's
enough
like,
back, damn it. Hey, look, it's Caldicrit's turn. Hey, fun fact, it's been long enough that he has his dragon breath back.
and he's moving away from his fear target, so you know.
Please don't hit me.
And he can even try to hit doesn't even matter if he accidentally aims it at
Do
mine.
do 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 do. Hey there, buds. How would you like to have some dragon's breath? Okay, so they get to roll. They get to make saves. What is the save? It's dexterity, right? Yeah, it should be dexterity. Kill the crit, kill the crit, kill the crit, kill the crit. Is a DC 21 dexterity saving throw. Good lord. Good luck. So I'll roll 2d20s here. Ignore the total number and actually just look at the DCs.
Whoa.
So
Well, one
5 and a 20. So one guy succeeds, the other one doesn't. Da-da-da-da-da-da. No special abilities, and it's only a +6. So yeah, nope. 6 plus 5 does not equal 21. So one of them takes half damage, and one of them takes full damage.
Oh.
So 1 is the one that takes full damage. Two is the one that takes half damage, so 30, 29.
Yep.
As a burst of gray fire just covers that entire portion of the Aram, looking in as you're like paralyzed, you just see the dragon move across the screen, and then just a wave of like gray covers your view for a second. As Calicrit does action, that's his action move. He can bonus action. Gonna use his bonus action to do a detect check. Is a wisdom roll. I do checks like that? I don't think I can, so I'm just gonna roll a d20. D20 plus his wisdom modifier. Perception. 7, 8, 9, 10. So 20. Okay. He's pulling a my. So he has noticed that all of the blood and stuff has been purged as well properly. He uses detect to figure out magical goodness. Okay, cool. Just influence his next decisions. That was more of a check just for that. Hey, Alshender, who's now plugged into a whole bunch of water. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Alshender looks around very irritated and will stand his ass up, unplug himself, stepping forward from the throne. Will use his ability to activate his incarnation. So there's 2 of him now. Rename him properly? I did. Well, like before, if you target either of them, it is technically the same guy. You know, he's pissed. Goddamn. Goddamn! Move to about here. Other guy's gonna cast Fly on himself and move to about here. It was a bonus action for him to become the 2 parts, so he's going to cast spell. He's just gonna try freaking firebolt your ass. I'm just gonna see if it hits. What's your AC right now? Oh, never mind, it doesn't hit.
Well,
out
I
of the
went back
magic
to
bonus,
normal.
25.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so it doesn't hit anyways. So he's set up, but has not cast any large spells right now, and has unplugged himself from the pure water. Hey, Aram, how would you like to give me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh,
Give me that save con.
Let's
Hey,
go.
yo! You save from the Constitution. You are now only under the effects of the slow. However, it is still technically the end of turn, so now if you can roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
You can do it.
You got this.
You don't
fine.
make it. So, next turn, when you
No.
actually have a turn, you will be slowed for that turn.
ah.
Hey, what's Sid doing? I feel sorry for Aaron, but you were in front. I'm sorry.
That's fair. I was the leader. I said when to go. I suffer the consequences.
He was prepared to ambush, so he ambushed.
Oh, he's so far away.
He is. Sid can move and action to get there, but then can't do nothing else, and then you can stab him.
Wait, so
Mm.
is the throne still powered on?
Seems to be. Still has a bunch of runes and magic going on it. And now that you're closer, it does look like a bunch of the plugs and stuff, and these tubes and things were added later. Like they weren't originally a part of this room. The room itself is still lit up, the throne is still on, and the entire tower is definitely still moving up currently.
Okay.
Nothing's turned off. It seems like the stuff that you turned to water was added after the fact. And whatever you did really pissed him off. But it doesn't seem to have stopped the tower itself.
Somehow I lost it. All right.
I think Sid hit the ledge, that's why. Yeah.
He
I'm gonna
just
stop right
decided
there.
to nope.
And that's move and bonus, or move and action. Sorry.
No worries. You rush up towards it, like past him, and he just like watches you go by. He doesn't seem super concerned about you running past him. Okay, White Robed 2, who now has been hit by a couple of things. He's not bloodied yet. Also, now there's a bunch of people behind him, which is kind of problematic. I think it's time for him to start shooting now instead. So he's going to drop this, turn around, and start assisting Alshander. So he's going to do this. How far do these beams go? 120 feet. Yeah, okay. I think he can hit anything he wants from there. Yes. Okay, cool. It weren't a problem. Well, he wants to make sure he's close enough that he could hit anything. Could hit anything. Because he still gets to decide which beams he wants to use on who. The double means that technically he rolled a 4, a 5, and a 7. So 4. He's going to shoot at the Speedy Gonzalez that's below him. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Savdex. You ever just sav a dex? Yeah, no, you save for sure. As you had been running and he sort of like drifted as well, he turns and shoots a beam down towards you, and you're just like easily dodge out of the way of it. And then 5. Fuck it, he's gonna hit you with this one then too. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Nah, fuck.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so that one does hit you. It deals 8d8 damage. Woof.
Hey. Fucking low rolls. Let's go.
You don't have any resistances to necrotic, do you?
No, it's poison, I believe.
Just making sure before I remove the HP from you. And then the final beam was a 7, which he's going to attempt to hit Kieldecrit with, because it would be painful for Kieldecrit. So Kieldecrit is going to roll a save of a fucking wisdom save. Hey, that one he makes. Alright, cool. As a beam impacts into Kieldecrit, and the one that he legendary resisted last time, he normally resists this time. as he does not want to go to sleep, as that would suck. Um,
But yeah, I was right. Resist poison.
cool, perfect. And that's all 3 beams. So Kaliana, it's your turn. The anti-magic cone is gone, and people are starting to move around. There's still 2 major enemies, but one is bloodied, one is injured.
We're gonna try and cast Blight on that guy over there.
I also don't know if you want to save her 45-foot radius.
On. Blight is 30 foot. Save that radius here real quick. Blight is a 30-foot blast. I think you can hit within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Well as necromantic energy, but they make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so yeah, just attack them. So cast Blight targeting ED2.
Hey,
Nice.
not bad.
As you hit it with necrotic damage, it does resist.
Yeah, I figured.
That was close though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just barely made the save.
If it's a plant creature or magical plant. Okay, it does not. Want to make sure that there wasn't any modifiers that matter. Yeah. So you impact, deals some damage, some necrotic damage. That is action. You still have move and bonus action.
Oh, I already moved. Sorry. I
Oh.
moved a tiny bit closer.
You still have more move and bonus action.
Can I bite him from here?
I think it's 15 feet because it's the same as your teleport.
Okay, well, I did 20, so I'll try 10 more. Aw. A little too far.
Yeah, you'd have to get pretty close.
Oh well.
No worries.
Next
The blight
time.
goes off, deals a chunk of damage, basically for free. Minus the fact that you had to use a 4th level spell slot. Alright, robed one. Freaking son of a bitch. Roll for ones he wants to use. Roll 3d10. Let's see what they are.
Oh,
4 is what he has to fire first. Ugh. Hey, Mai, make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. And then 9. It's definitely shooting that at Kiel the crit.
what
Does
if he
Kiel the
shot it
crits?
at his friend?
Oof, and Kiel the crit. Ooh. Does Kiel the crit want to legendary this? Probably not. I think he just takes the damage.
Oof. Oof.
Hey, that's actually pretty low.
It's just under the average.
Yeah, luckily,
Actually,
Kiel the
just
crit
a
has a bunch of health.
Just a little over half.
And then the final one is beam number 5. Which... Many of you look weak right now that are within his line of sight.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mai looks the
Aram and Mai.
weakest. Yeah, Mai looks the weakest in line of sight because Aram's like still technically behind a wall. for all he knows, Aram's still fucking paralyzed. So yeah, if you can make a Constitution saving throw, please, Mai.
Oh no.
All right, as you get hit by another Enervation Ray. Same thing you got hit by last time. 88.
Innovation.
Eh,
Ooh.
And that is the end of his turn. It is Rigel's turn. What you doing, Rigel? Actually, while you think about what you're doing, I kind of need to go pee real quick. So, how about y'all talk amongst yourselves, or
I'll go
take a
too.
bathroom break, or I'm gonna run some ads here real quick because Bezos also wants me to run ads. Let's take a quick break for a moment. Be right back.
Bezos.
Pay time.
Time. Pet kitty time. Meow. Purr. Happy.
Goodness gracious. Ugh. Now we wait for everybody who's going to the bathroom.
I just have a cat.
Oh, you have a cat? Heck yeah, brother.
He wouldn't let me go to the bathroom even if I wanted. He's on top of me. I can't move.
Cat knows what's for, man. Cat knows what's for.
Yeah. Very warm though, so I can't complain. Until it's summer, then I'll complain.
Whew.
Damn.
It's gonna be a heck of a finale battle, though. Good lord.
No.
Wait, you scared me. Is this the finale?
Of this arc, if you guys want to
Oh, okay,
continue, we
okay.
continue, obviously.
I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Or we
depending
just
on
die and have to start over.
depending on how this goes, there might be a new world for you guys that you have to restart in. But there might be an entirely new rule set to the universe. But no. If you guys want to continue with the same characters, continue the same story, there's more to do, obviously. For as long as you guys want, I can keep adding more stuff. I just gotta, the stakes gonna keep going higher.
Oh my god.
Stakes are gonna be the bigger next time round. There's gonna be more to it, more background. Or if you guys want, the characters can sort of continue on their own. We move time forward, and you guys make new characters in the same world. And then you'll have the same sort of reactions that freaking Rogma has all the time when I talk about Marakai.
Yeah, then I'd be like, wow, wow, and I'd be like, oh man, this is deja vu.
Aliana did what?
Yeah, exactly.
Eliana
We could take
Wait, what?
the universe 80 years into the future and sort of be
Wait,
like the
where the hell
aftermath
did
of
I go?
the
Yeah, where'd
aftermath of
I
where
go?
y'all are. And that would let you start new characters. And if you wanted to, we could use a different system so that Rigel doesn't have to fucking pay for D&D Beyond anymore. We can swap to like Cypher system or something.
What's Cypher system?
It's quite a bit more simplistic, which means that it's a lot more roleplay allowed,
Oh,
basically. Instead of worrying too much about base stats, it's a lot more like just difficulty classes of things mixed with
oh.
you can make whatever character you want, really.
That's what Markai was played in, was the Cypher system.
Oh.
And technically, Rainlin also played a character in Cypher as well in this universe.
Yep. I also played somebody for a little bit in the army management style.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah, we played that. We've played Pathfinder in this universe as well. We've played Pathfinder 2E in this universe as like a test.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
we did.
Yep.
I can mold this universe to any system, damn it.
You know.
But importantly, we can mold it to a system that's free so that nobody else has to keep paying a freaking Like, I greatly appreciate it, but I don't want you to have to keep paying for a freaking subscription to a website just to play a goddamn game every few Sundays, you know?
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
If we could switch to like Cypher system, which just has like 3 major stats and then like skills that you decide for your character. It's also more manageable because you don't fucking have like 90 different skills to look at on your character sheet. It's just what your character is trained in, and that's it, is what's on your character sheet. So it's pretty obvious to know what your character can and can't do. I don't know. We'll see. But it sounds like everybody's here. Is everybody here?
Ye-
Okay. Hey, Rigel, what you doing? It's your turn.
I want to see if there's a way to turn this thing off. I'm gonna try to sit on it and turn it off.
All right. You jump off of Sid and jump onto the throne.
Well, not said to, but yes. There we go.
Fantastic.
Just
Roll a
wee.
D100 for me, please. You're looking for sort of 90 and above.
Oh
What?
god. Conrad, you have a 10%
job.
chance.
No.
You sit in the throne. You feel the thrum of magic and power. And nothing else. And there's no buttons on it. There's no anything to control it as far as you can tell.
You don't feel thirsty anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel quenched.
Your butt is very wet as the tubes that were once connected to Alshander are now just sort of losing some water onto the throne. The throne's a little bit wet right now.
That's what I was gonna send.
Soggy bottom.
Your coat's a little wet now. But other than that, you just feel a thrum of like magical power, but doesn't seem like you can do anything with it. What else are you doing? I'd say that's probably a free action because you probably just you move to step onto it and then you like feel the thrum of magic and then go, "Oh fuck, how do I do this?"
Hey.
If you'd like to try anything in particular to do it, you're welcome to. You can like use an action to try to make like an Arcana check. Did you wish?
But sure.
Okay,
He would try.
do it.
Give me.
Give me a
Arc.
check Arcana. I mean, it's magical.
Whoa.
A magic item of some kind. About all you can tell. Got that old magic. A lot of the runes are ones that Mai has used in their magic, and Caligret has talked about, but like, even if they became readable to you, it's like a jumble. It's not like a readable language.
Why? How do I turn this off?
Little busy not dying here.
Not helpful.
Correct! Being shot actively. Did you see me get hit by 2 enervation beams in a row?
Maybe just don't.
So yeah, you have a move and a bonus action now, if you'd like.
Can I fly onto Sid? Because I know mounting takes like half.
Yeah, it probably took half your movement to get like to the throne and like sit
Yeah.
down properly. And then yeah, you could just stand back up and get back onto sit if you'd like.
Yeet.
So bonus action if you'd like.
Oh, bonus action.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Technically, you don't have your
Well,
inspell anymore. Do you
I
want
was
to
gonna say,
reinspell?
I guess we
Okay.
fighting, so we gonna inspell again.
You shouldn't have to cast it because I didn't remove it last time, so it's still just
Oh,
there.
okay. I'll just mark it off of my thing.
I just thought about that and was like, maybe I should remove that from you. Never mind. You're casting it again. We're good. Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Hey, my. Your turn.
Good.
There's no anti-magic cones up anymore. There's mages around you, though.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay.
ominous.
I was just reading the rules. Don't worry about it. What you gonna do, my?
Fuck it. Time stop.
Okay. You pull out the wand. You wave it up in the air for a moment as magic pulses through it. And unfortunately for the two white-robed individuals, they can't actually cast that on you. And Alshandra's too far away. So,
Right.
Oh,
roll a d4 for me, please.
5. Dang.
You have 3 full turns to do as you please. What would you like to do? Minus the action for this turn, obviously.
So
Wait, so is that 3
action
extra
is
turns
used.
then?
Oh, that's a good question.
does my finish this turn and then has 3 more turns?
Yeah, that's our question.
Hmm. No time passes for the turn while you take 1d4 turns in a row, during which I'd say the casting of time stop is like
Resets it.
the end of that turn, right? So now you've got 3 turns to
Okay.
have your full actions. So yeah, you have 3 full turns. You can do action, bonus action,
1,
and move right now.
2, and then I do still need to get closer, so that's 1 turn. And then I'm going to drop everything at his feet with the exclusion of the spice and the
Okay.
wand and the pigments. Jesus. So just the fires and the blue tree dust.
Okay. You drop the fires.
Which I believe is action on 1 turn.
Yeah, and you drop the blue tree dust.
And then I head backwards. Move. And we'll go over to this direction, so I'm also not visible by his double. Not
Sure.
as visible. And then on the 3rd turn, cast Fireball at him. Hopefully
Okay.
causing the stuff at his feet to burn.
So you're casting
Explode.
Fireball, right?
Yes.
Now hear me out. Fireball is a 20-foot radius.
Oh.
Now, hear me out. Fireball is a 20-foot radius.
Yes. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay, so if you would like to cast Fireball, and then I want you to target Alshander or Alsh twice. So you're gonna go target Alsh, space, and then you're gonna target Alsh again. Woof! His dex saves. Good lord. Oh, it's because it doesn't have your. Oh no, yeah, your DC is 15. Okay.
Beavis.
Good lord.
But does it cause the stuff to explode at his feet?
It does. Do Alshander here real quick just to make sure. Fire is one of his resistances. That's why he took so little damage. Takes an extra 6 damage. I'll do 7 damage on HP. 7. Plus, he makes a Constitution saving throw. Also, hang on. Fireball hit both, but fortunately, 5 of those in it. Yeah, okay, so it's not going to do any damage to anybody else. Importantly, I need to roll a saving throw against the powder.
What was
I
the
believe
blue
for-
again? It just made you melancholy.
And I believe that's a con save for the poison. So he makes a save on that. Alright. Also, damage wise, let me roll a resistance for the damage would you have done? 27. Okay. Yep, nope.
I don't know if I could do this or not because I've been freaking slowed and I have no stuff. Do I have a reaction?
On your turn, you'll be able to take an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no reactions.
Yeah, when you're
Correct.
slowed, you also don't have
Okay.
any reactions.
'Kay.
As you blow up the part of the piping as well, which has this nice pure looking water.
Refreshing.
Now, you'll notice I said pure looking water.
Huh.
As water begins
Oh,
to
it's
sort of
coming down in squares.
yeah, well, because it's blocks, I
It's
have to add
Minecraft,
it
come on.
manually.
Yeah.
Yeah, add it
It's just
manually
funny.
as little blocks.
It's like
little-
Jello.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, so as it breaks and begins to pour out, one, the alchemist fire that was on the ground dies down, so it dealt damage to him originally, but he's no longer on fire. However, he now makes a constitution save against the water, as this pure water seems to not quite be pure water. And he fails that
Oh.
save,
Oh.
and he doesn't have legendary actions yet, so he takes...
Yet.
90,000 damage.
You're close. Hang on.
What?
Hang on.
Oh no. What did we unleash, Rigel?
Oh no.
Hey, technically, this was not me. I asked, someone did something. And yep.
Well, we do know it's not combustible, so
That may be what's doing damage. So it puts out the fire. However, you, while not seeing anything, there's something that happens, a sort of push of air, as he takes 10d6 damage.
Whoosh.
33 damage. It is force damage, and he gets thrown back a little bit.
What?
And I don't think he's resistant to that either. And then he gets thrown back a bit away from it. Sort of. You see the water goes out. The water like puts the fire out underneath as it begins to soak towards him, and then suddenly the water all goes and sprays out in a direction and sort of like splatters against stuff as if an explosion has occurred where the fire was. That burst throws him back into this pipe. And also, you can now smell something. It's not quite like chlorine, but it's a similar smell to like a chlorine-like smell. Mixed with a burst of fire, so there's a little bit of like brimstone smell for a second. As something bursts and this water does not smell good for people who live in the medieval era, and have never gone to a pool. It smells fairly chlorine-like.
I guess you did ask for clean water.
I just said water.
Mm-hmm.
I
Is
said-
it the
I think you said pure water.
No, I might have,
is
but that's fine.
is that the end of your
You
turn?
don't technically have to.
I mean, yeah, I moved after the action, or moved and then actioned the fireball. I would believe it would just be bonus, and that was it.
Just making sure. Just making sure. Okay, he doesn't get his fire breath back. Damn.
But he can
But-
cast magic.
Yeah, or he can be a dragon for once.
What?
Now hear me out. Now hear me out. Galdacrit does get 3 attacks if he just attacks like a dragon.
Do it.
But he can use 1 bite and 2 claw attacks. So minus ED1, right? Is it ED1? Like that. And then he'll use his claw on ED1. He'll use his claw again on ED1.
Alright.
Yeah, the resist to slashing. Blech.
Yeah, could have killed if he wasn't resistant.
Good, good.
Right?
That isn't.
Okay. Yeah, the crit's turn. He just fucking remembers that he's a dragon and just goes, fuck this. And walks over and
Oh wait, I have claws.
begins making some attacks. Also, he's run out of some of his spells, so Gallacrit's like, okay, maybe I should hold off for a moment because there is literally a wizard fighting in front of me. Okay, Alshander's turn. I think. Yeah, he's not so sure about that water now that it's like exploded when it touched fire. Man, he doesn't want to do it. I don't think he has a choice though. He no longer has access to the black blood. He no longer has access to the alright.
Don't do it.
Alshander, the mage in front of you goes, well, if I can't be the perfect vessel the way I wanted to, I'll make it a sacrifice. As he pulls out a sparkle of white light,
Uh-oh.
crushes it in his hand. A burst goes out for just a fraction of a second for crunching his primary body, or the body that's down here at least, crunching this body. And as it does so, the incarnation vanishes. And more importantly, a pulse of psionic energy goes outwards. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
But
Oh
if it's
God, no,
psionic,
no.
Aren't I like a good person? Like, don't need.
Kaliana, you are
You're
correct. You
making-
actually don't need it.
I've been making con saves
was
this
just-
whole fight.
You can do
That's all I've been doing. Ah,
I think distance-wise you're fine. Rigel has the largest one. He's within 60 feet. Oh, so does Mai. Okay, so Mai doesn't make the con save. I think by the time it gets out to the requirement. There. Then you're already past 120 for this. So that's a save. And you're almost at 200, yeah. So actually, Aram, you're fine. Sid does get hit by this, so he will be stunned for the next round. But more importantly, I need to pause this for a moment while I move everybody one by one. So, give me a moment to move each and every person to the other map. So, hey, Rigel and Sid.
Oh, what the
Oh,
frick is
okay.
that?
You're screaming.
Let's move Cal and this ED over to here. That's about right. Mai, you're pretty easy because you're like right in front of the pillar.
It's a hand tentacle.
There's a whole body.
Ew.
Is it? I think my thing
Yes.
might not be loading
No,
correctly.
turn around. Turn it around.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
No.
Hey, that's my kind of guy.
No.
Oh, can I
Well,
eat it?
the ground comes up to meet the other white robed guy. That's funny. Importantly, Aram, you're gonna be hard to do. You're like right on the edge.
Well, I'm like right outside the door.
Haven't moved this entire time.
I'll just put you there-ish.
Ironic, the one who hasn't moved the entire time is the hardest one to move
Yeah.
once shit goes down.
Okay, did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed anybody, right? No, it does not look like I missed anybody. Okay, so as he dies and the entire area begins to get ripped apart, you hear the entire tower come to a screeching halt as pieces of the tower begin to rip and pull at itself. Pieces of eldritch flesh begin to form within the walls and reach out as I get fucking killed, rude. As it pulls apart and this like squish as things begin to yank. All of the tubes and pipes burst and begin to sort of spray their water everywhere now, so that'll be interesting. As everything begins to get covered in this liquid, this chlorinated smelling liquid, just begins to spray out of all of the pipes that once were there, covering the ground and covering probably everybody here. Everybody's gonna be fighting while wet, and not the fun kind.
Hey yo.
Good lord. Importantly, as he dies and sort of like explodes himself into light, it moves as the throne behind begins to crack, and a portal begins to form as a hand reaches out of it. Okay, so where were we again? It was his turn, right? Perfect. Let me add in the other character I made. Let me add in the Hand of the Two-Faced God. Real quick here.
Yeah, Two-Faced God. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Does he
asking me
actually
a
have two
question.
faces?
Ouch. Hand, ear, uh-huh.
Oh, whoops. I forgot to update. Hang on. Let me do this real quick. Forgot to actually add it to the creature list. I'm dumb. Hot. It's the hot
fucking go.
H-O-T-F-E,
Oh my goodness.
I was debating trying to find like a hand model, but then I was like, fuck it. So I just
Model.
made a mind flayer, a titan sized, and just shoved it through there. So it's actually just a mind flayer's hand. But ignore that. As it bursts through, you also yeah, the entire map gets kind of fucked up. Things get shifted around, things get exploded a little bit, and that's the end of his turn. Hey, Aaron, it's your turn. You're slowed. What would you like to
I
do?
don't know, man. This fucking... What the fuck just exploded in this room? What did you guys do? Oh, man. Well,
Yeah,
that's as far as I can go.
Yeah, that does. Well, there is
know,
two faces.
Technically, there's...
Is
Technically,
one
I
of
can
them
move
nice?
5 more feet.
Is one of them nice? Yeah.
Wait, what now?
I can move 5 more feet, but I can't go there. uh, Screw it, I'm here now.
And then at the end of your turn, you can make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the slow. Should you
I
wish.
can move in 1 action? Is that what it is? Or move
Yeah.
in something? What is
Yeah,
it?
you can take either an action or a bonus action, not both, and you move at half speed. You cannot take reactions, so if you'd like, you can use an action to move half your speed again, so you can move your full speed in a single turn.
I think I'm gonna cast Branding Smite.
Okay, feel free to
Just
cast
get
it.
ready.
It'll apply it to your thing, and then make a save dex for me after you cast that. You do not make your save, so you are still slowed. Okay, that was the 4th turn. Next up. Hey, it's Sid's turn. There's a massive hand that just came, like, reaching out from where the throne once was. Sort of spectral and has, like, pulses of, like, darkness mixed with light.
Can he do stuff? Can Sid do stuff?
Yes? I think?
Oh, okay.
Nothing happened, right?
I don't know. I thought you said he was stunned or something.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're right. He got hit by that pulse. You are correct. He's stunned for the round, so he does nothing. My bad.
Hey.
Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Robed 2 is going to immediately retreat towards the two-faced god. Move and action. The rest of his turn. It's the hand's turn.
The hands.
Hey, Rigel.
Hi.
The hand would like to say hello.
Hi.
Oh, does not hit you with its first swing.
Yay.
It also only seems to make one attack as it attempts to slam you, and then that's the end of its turn.
Blessed blight damage. All right.
Oh no, mine's really high up there.
Aliana's turn. Oh yeah, I should move the.
We didn't forget a
Aura.
person. We forgot Nora.
I'll actually just kill it real quick here. Can you make a 45 over near her?
I forgot what.
Done.
Donka.
I gotta look up something quick.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, mine's a
I
little
mean,
more
do
Wait,
worry.
I can
You're
just fucking do it on here, can't I? I forgot how do you look up a spell?
so you type spell space and then a part of the spell's name.
Okay. It's not on there. Okay, it must be in my other thing. So, never mind. Let me look it up again. Or wait, no, that was it's Invest Life. Is that in the psionic thing?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just don't remember how far away I have to be for that, or if I have to touch for people with that one.
Hang on 1 second. Let me open my OneNote here real quick. Go to my classes. Go to psionic. There it is. Investiture, invest life. Commit life.
Commit life.
It is a range of touch.
Damn it. Okay, well, I'm not doing that. So I guess I'll just, if I can get this fucking thing I'll just move.
Wait, you are floating.
Yeah, that's because I never went back down. It was like a really
Well-
long time ago, and I don't know how to put it down.
No, you can levitate, so we just kept that way so that you can move wherever you want.
Oh, okay. That's 30, but
It's
yeah.
technically-
I like that. That happened a long time ago, and I never went back down. That's such a calico. I love that.
uh, sorry, it's funny. I'm just gonna hit the guy over here then with a chromatic orb, I think.
Okay, do it. Cast it. That's
Cast
the target is ED2. Also, what element are you using?
Do we know what they're weak to? I can't remember.
Don't use cold.
So not cold.
Yeah.
Lightning.
Hey. All reliable.
Heck yeah. You bolt lightning at it, and it crackles across its robe, dealing full damage as expected.
Hey.
And you hurt him. He hurt.
He's hard, poor guy. Oh jeez.
It was White Robed 1, who's currently face to face with a dragon.
Does he want to switch?
He's gonna just roll his 3d10s right now and just beam the crap out of your boy. Okay, so the first beam is 3.
Oh no.
So he can attempt to re-fear. Hang on. Kurt would have lost the fear after a round. Doot. So he's gonna try to re-fear him. Best of luck. I don't think he does. Yeah, no, it's a DC 16 Wisdom save. Yep, nope. So he makes that save. Then he's gonna try to Death Ray. Gale the crit, which is a Dexterity saving throw. Ooh, I think that's full damage to Gale the crit. Yeah, so that's only a 12. That's only a 12. Okay, well, Gale the crit's about to take a bunch of damage unless he Uses another legendary resistance. No, he's just gonna take it. He's gonna take it. He's a dragon. He'll be fine.
Chad. What a Chad. Oh no.
What a Chad.
And then he gets shot by a charm ray. This is actually probably the more problematic one. Okay, so he would fail a wisdom saving throw. He's going to use a legendary because he doesn't want to be charmed.
No means no.
Could you imagine having to fight Cal the Crit at the same time, too?
No.
I'd rather not.
Yeah, so he's going to use legendary resistance. And that's the end of the White Robe because he's not stepping away from the dragon. He doesn't want to get bit again. Hey, Rigel, there's a massive fucking hand right next to you, reaching out of a portal of multicolored bullshit.
I noticed.
Mhm.
Poop.
That's going to be a full action.
Yep. I feel like it'd be a free action since I have no control.
Yeah, true. I shit myself, and then I take my turn.
Yeah.
And so this
I
massive
guess
multicolored
We'll
hand is
start
reaching
whacking
through.
it. Might as well.
Might as
Pretty sure
well.
you, I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm pretty sure you can't whack it on stream. That's against
I was
TOS.
gonna say. Frick.
Do it though. Take him out. Take him out. His
That's
ass.
not it. What the heck is this? Hot to go.
No, it's hot to fucking go.
Oh, that's right.
You can just type hot. Just hot will work as a target.
Oop,
Hot.
I used him as the weapon.
Or TFG would work too. This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
This fucking one.
This fucking guy.
How big is it? No, I'm just kidding.
Fucking massive, brother.
I gotta yeet my sword for my bonus and try to whack him again.
Hell yeah, do it.
Everything's an innuendo now in my brain. God damn it.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey, I hit him.
Hell yeah. As you hit, you realize it seems like all magic is being negated slightly by this entity.
Didn't do nothing. By the way, guys, there's a hand.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh, good.
Hey, my, you're on
Wait,
a...
isn't he covered in fire and liquid?
The hand probably wouldn't have reached through beyond that, but you're covered and you're correct. Okay, so, I need you, Sid, and the hand to make Constitution saving throws. As you say yeet, your sword lights on fire as it flies up, and then everything around you goes boom and explodes outwards.
Nice. Oh,
Okay, so you make your save, you don't get pushed, you'll take half damage.
Sid,
Roll
you
a
can do it,
d20
I
for the
believe.
hand. The hand doesn't make its Constitution save, I don't think. 7 to... Oh no, it's an 18, so it does make it. So it makes its save as well, so it'll take half damage. And then Sid definitely makes his
Sid,
Constitution
no.
save in this
Oh,
case.
okay.
Because... Size category? Nope, he has to do the full one. Yeah, but he doesn't get pushed as far. He would only get pushed. His size category stops him from being pushed. So he takes full damage, but he can't be pushed by the explosion. So yeah, the sword
That
lights
would've
up,
been the
goes to
only good
hit
thing.
as a burst happens at the same time, so you still land your hit. But as everybody tries to resist this, they
Extra damage.
take... Everybody's covered in it now. 10d6, isn't it? Rimini. Oh boy, this is not gonna be great. I'm just gonna scroll up just to make sure.
The whole building just explodes.
Yeah. Well, you say that. 10d6. Okay. That's 1d6.
23.
Hey, fun fact. That's not the number I tried to.
Wow, just 3.
8, 9, 10, 11. So 31 damage. Okay, so HP Sid minus 31. HP Rigel minus 15. HP Hand minus 15. Hot minus 15.
Hot.
Hot, baby. Yeah, so it bursts out. You still get your attack through, but as this explosion happens, you feel like a force push back on you. The hand sort of like gets pushed back a little bit, and as it does so, water sprays out from underneath you guys. But importantly, you are no longer covered in water.
Hooray.
Neither you, neither the hand, Sid, or your blades are covered in water anymore. Whatever this liquid is. And is that the end of your turn? No movement, I assume? You're not going to try to run away from it?
It was my turn.
Oh, it was. Son of a bitch. You're right. I didn't roll back. Hey, Maya, it's your turn. You're covered in liquid.
Am I?
Yeah, you were right next to a pipe that would have bursted.
Oh.
As everything shifted around, all the pipes that disappeared on the sides burst and sort of sprayed everybody and everything and the floor. And from what you can tell, fire damage sets it off. But it seems to only set it off to like a limited range that purifies the water when it explodes. Like it doesn't blow up the entire water source. It doesn't just ignite the entire room. The entire room just everybody gets thrown to the corners.
No.
All right, you go to cast Firebolt. And as you do so, the Firebolt goes to shoot off. And I need you to make a Constitution save as you would be thrown.
This is me moving in case I can, which nope, I can't.
So you get thrown back from wherever you were throwing the Firebolt. You get thrown 10 feet, which I believe is just back into the pillar. Yeah, there you go. So you don't actually move very far, but you do take a bunch of damage, so I think you're going to go unconscious.
No.
As you go unconscious from the explosion. Also, you were shooting at which one? Number 1?
82.
2. This guy. Now you did miss. Roll D20 for me. You want a 19 or a 20? Okay. So as you shoot out, a burst hits one of the walls off in the distance and explodes a little bit. I was just seeing if you hit the pillar near him because it might explode and deal damage to him. Okay. God, Calderon's turn. Yes, the guy who naturally has fire all over him. Great. This is gonna be good. Wait, here. Okay, so hear me out. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out now. What if we just blow everything up? No, he sees those explosions, those force damages, and is not gonna blow everybody up. He will blow himself up and this creature in front of him, though. He's gonna move slightly so that he's not close enough to air him when he blows up.
Thank you.
Because his bite deals fire damage, which is also what sets this off. To be fair, I think him being covered should set this off, but I'm just gonna have it go off when he does this bite attack. It's the fumes that are actually igniting and then causing the explosion. That disgusting chlorine-like smell that's actually being the explodey part. But as it forces the water out, you just get this like burnt smell on everything. Yeah, so he's gonna go attack, fight, minus T. Get the boyo right here, 81. He misses. Oh wait, that was Sid. Hang on,
If
if he
Sid hit him from that far, it'd be really impressive.
if Calicrit rolled the 5 on his bite, it would have been a 19, which is enough to hit. Calicrit's actual bite damage here, real quick. Roll 2d10 plus 8 plus 2d6. Work.
Will you give me the heat pad thing?
Does work.
Oh.
6, okay. And then importantly, in my Constitution saving throw, oh, he's dead anyways. Oops, I killed Calicrit. My bad.
Rip.
It's fine. Calicrit's a unique creature, so he's easy to grab. In his original size, too. Similar to you guys, the player characters. Okay, so then I guess Calicrit's the only one who needs to make a Constitution saving throw. I don't know why I'm rolling this. He's going to make it. His Constitution's plus 1,000,000,000. So he doesn't move, but he does take half damage from... d6. 30, so 15 IHP KITR. That's 15 force damage. That's KTIR, not KITR. Whoops. Guys, he'll take that force damage, and then he's going to start moving. Importantly, I think he does want to like clear things up for you guys if possible. I think one, he does want to go and heal. Oh god, that step up's like all his movement though. Okay, well he's gonna step up here and then do nothing. He'll move towards my eventually. The ground beneath him as he steps up onto the platform does ignite and explodes, so he has to do it again. He succeeds on his save. I don't know why I'm making con saving throws for him. He has a fucking plus 13. As long as he rolls more than a 3, he succeeds. I guess that's the only reason that matters. And then he's too big to be pushed around anyways. Roll 10d6 as he takes another half damage from 10d6. High HP. Crit the Inferno Reborn. Minus 14, 24 damage. So everywhere around where Calicrit was is now purified. Where my was is now kind of purified. And around Rigel and the hand are now not covered in liquid. And I might need to add AoEs for that because we're at 430. We're almost to 5, but we'll keep going for now. It is Alshander's turn. Hey, remember how Alshander sort of teleported away and disappeared? Sort of became a portal after collapsing? Fun fact about that. He's still around. I need to find the...
For sacrifice, huh?
Yeah,
Not
so
very good.
he couldn't
Noble
become the
sacrifice.
he couldn't
Yeah.
become the optimal avatar, unfortunately. So he ends up as
What a pleb.
Yeah, what a pleb.
yeah.
Couldn't even do his one goal.
You have one job.
There he
What
is.
a noob. Yeah.
As coming out from the portal as well is this glowing
Loser.
body. And more importantly, how much HP did Alshander have again? Because he takes damage by sacrificing himself. As a new form comes out from the portal, as Alshander sort of reborn as the darkness face shows up. But he just shows up and does nothing else as of yet. And we get back up to Aram. Question for all y'alls, it is 4:30. As Alshander reappears, do you guys want to pause it? And continue playing next weekend? No, I'm just kidding. The next time we play. Because the enemies do have a bunch of health still. At least the major ones.
Might be best to wait, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if I can personally play next week because my sister's in town. But I'll let you know. She probably will be like, "Go play. Don't pay attention to me." But I don't know. I don't know what her plans are. So
No worries. We will eventually get back together then. I am now marking all the places that no longer have water so that I don't forget that these areas will no longer explode.
Do these stay when you
No
close it?
Wawa.
Yes, they do. Yeah, they stay as like a similar to like if I put a new block down and stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember loading a map that we had markers on previously. I was like, why is there AoE markers in the
circles
forest right now still? And I'm like, oh, right, because I teleported you guys out, but I never deleted the previous markers. Plus, I can always check out this stream, and I can take a screenshot of this as well. Quick. Yoink. Yoink. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for today, everybody. I'm gonna go hang out, watch some stuff, eat some dinner, play games with other miscellaneous
Delicious.
people. But no more strambomblers, no more strambling. We're gonna go vibe. I don't think I'm gonna raid anybody either. I think I'm just gonna hit the end stream thing in a second here. But for what it matters, tomorrow we will be streaming. We will do some shenanigans. I don't know what multiplayer Monday will be afterwards, but the early thing, probably gonna play some freaking Death Must Die because I've been playing too much of that and I want to grind out the tier 3 thingies if possible. And then we'll play some games, hopefully later on with Nick, Heaven, Rogma. I don't know who's around when we get to that, but hopefully some people's. And schedule should be pretty much as usual. The only change is that starting on Thursday, I'm gonna start wearing my little happy birthday hat. Because it's my birthday month. Woo! Hooray me! Yeah, not sure if I'm gonna do anything special over the course of May, but we'll find something. But yeah. Thanks everybody. Hope you have one for your time zones. Bye, stream.
Bye, Shannon.